This is one of those stories today, the coin found in the fish that makes us go, huh? What can that be about? It's a miraculous, but it's almost like a magic trick, right? To open a fish. It would be the kind of thing we'd expect a magician to do, to say, oh, look, and then cut the fish open, and there's a coin. But that's not the point of the story. If you look at the beginning of this reading, he talks about his crucifixion and death. And quite often, people over the centuries have tried to debunk Christianity by calling Jesus a myth, a fairy story, something that wasn't real, something that was made up, or that his disciples stole his body and that he really didn't resurrect. But the difference between those types of things and our Christ is people don't die for myths. People don't die horribly for ideas or ideologies. Some do, but think about this. Thousands of Christians were crucified. At one point, Rome, the road into Rome, was lined with crucified Christians. We know this because we have a letter from a tourist that was entering Rome and wrote back to his friend, wherever they had come from, to tell him what he had seen. People don't die for myths. People don't die for magic tricks. Just because Jesus does miracles, that's not the thing that draws people to him. It's the ideology and the fact that he resurrected. Brothers and sisters, we live in a day and age where people go, oh, Christianity, I can take it or leave it. It's a myth. People who believe in Christianity are foolish. I don't think so. There is no organization that has been around for 2,000 years other than the church. Other than the church. The only other organization that is even close to that is only 1,000 years old, and it's a brewery in Germany. And yet here we are 2,000 years after this with a story of a resurrection and this beautiful Christ who was loving and who came back and spent, as we know, not a couple of days with his disciples, but 60 days. And we sometimes forget that as well. We sometimes think that in the stories we hear, oh, he came back, he was there a couple of days, and then he ascended. No. It says in the book of Acts, he sat with them and took salt. He ate with them and visited with them and taught them for a period of over a month. So my brothers and sisters, as we live in this world where we're sometimes pummeled with people with doubts and we're sometimes told that we're foolish and wrong, bear in mind that our faith is based on not just faith, but on a very strong relationship with a real person who still, in a way, coexists with us in the form of the Eucharist. Amen.
Amen.